wanna get to know me, every little inch of me. Gentle while you stroke, when you picture me, every number count, love token.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Since you last saw me, there have been quite a few changes that I've made to the barn, starting with the obvious. I got sick of my hair. I've been a brunette my entire life and I decided that it was time for a change. There have been a few other personal changes I've made in my life, some of which I will reveal in this video, others will be left a secret for now. Anyway, I wanted to come on and make this video to formally introduce some new faces to the community. After selling 3 of my horses, I'm able to make room for new ones. That's how it works here at Rosewood Acres. We rescue, retrain, and resell horses to good homes so that they can live happy lives. In this case, I decided to take in 2 new horses and make them part of the family. The first horse that I'm going to be working with is actually one I'm going to be leasing from my good friend Amelia Dreambell. She kindly offered me the chance to work with him. A lot of people probably know who I'm talking about, and that is of course Teddy. He's a little older. I think Amelia said that he was 21 years old or something like that. Either way, he's an older guy and is mainly a hunter horse, which is very different from what I normally do. Obviously, I still have Chance, who is an up-and-coming show jumper and cross-country horse. I think I decided I won't sell Chance like I originally planned. I've grown very attached to him and he's been showing a lot of potential, so I might go to really big shows this summer. Who knows, we might make it to the Jorvik Finals show. Anyway, this video is about Teddy, not Chance, even though we love Chance. Like I said, Teddy is a flatwork gelding and is just an easy therapy type horse. Originally, I was going to lease one of her other horses because they seem to need a bit more help and training, but ultimately I decided I was just looking for a little companion pony and Teddy definitely fits that slot. I brought him home a few weeks ago actually, and I'm just now announcing his arrival because he's been settling in. It's been a bit of an adjustment period since I've been making a lot of life changes, but regardless, he still deserves love and attention, and he's become my go-to horse for easy companion rides. I've been riding him in a hackamore a lot, or I'll use like a bitless bridle. Obviously in this clip I'm using a standard O-ring like snaffle bit, and I try to be very gentle with his mouth. I barely put any pressure on the reins since Teddy is known for having health issues in his mouth. Specifically, he had an abscess last summer that never fully went away, so I've been trying to be as gentle as I can. Since my mom is a vet, she's been out to check on him regularly. I've also been putting a supplement in his feed lately that I think has been helping kind of numb the soreness in his mouth. Like I said, he is older. He's reaching that age where he can basically be used for light riding and like fun trail rides whenever I'm like overly stressed out. I took him over a few cross rails and just some smaller jumps for fun, but he's more of a flat work and like hunter horse, which is fine. It's been good for strengthening myself as a rider and correcting my overall position. I've really enjoyed having him. Obviously it's only been a few weeks, but like I said, he's been settling in nicely. Ironically enough, he's actually become quite close with the other project horse that I adopted, which is a nice little segue into the next horse that I'm taking on. This is Paisley. She is a 12-year-old American paint mare who was dropped off near my property about a month ago. I went outside to do the morning feeding, everything seemed normal, and I noticed something in the distance when I was switching horses out of the paddock. This mare was just standing by the fence line, snickering to Chance, who very quickly got her attention. I tried to approach her. She seemed okay other than a few like bumps and bruises, so I ran to get a halter and I was able to get it on. She seemed somewhat broke to people, but very clearly didn't trust me. The only reason she really went with me is because Chance was following us. Anyway, long story short, I have no clue where she came from. She doesn't have a brand, she isn't chipped. My mom did a check on her and she was overall pretty healthy. I decided to take her in and make her part of the family. Shocking, I know. But what else am I supposed to do? Like, with no information on her and no way to figure out her past, I really was only able to write down the information gained from the vet check. After a bit of like experimenting with her, I found out she is broke to ride. She isn't the most trustworthy horse I've ever ridden, and I have had her buck and try to like get me off quite a few times. I've been really working on yielding her to the bit and teaching her to stir off my legs rather than like leaning on the reins so much. Surprisingly, she's taken to that pretty well. It's only been like a couple of weeks that I've been riding her consistently. I think Paisley will make a good little ranch horse at some point. She seems to be pretty interested in bridges, poles, and props, and I've been exposing her to pretty much anything I can. I need my ranch horses to be as broke as possible, especially if we're moving cattle. They can't be like spooking at every little thing. Like I said, she's only given me a few issues under saddle. It's really just come down to desensitizing her to different things. I'll most likely be trailing her to different facilities and trails to expose her to anything I can. I kind of mentioned this in the beginning of the video, but Paisley's a very social mare. She has to be in a herd in order to be okay. It's been an interesting training process trying to get her used to being on her own. Obviously, having a horse that is herd sour isn't ideal, so I've really been trying my best to get her accustomed to leaving the safety of the herd. She's still pretty fond of Chance, but obviously they can't be in a pen together because Chance is a stallion and I'm not trying to have some surprise babies. The other horse that she's bonded pretty closely to is Teddy, who she can be with because he's a gelding, so I'm not worried about them. They do really well together, but like I said, I have to be careful just because Paisley is super herd sour and loves to make my life difficult when I go catch her in the pasture. I either have to chase her down for half an hour or catch Teddy and pretend like he's leaving her. It's been a process and I'm definitely still working on it, but for now I figured I'd make a quick video introducing these two. I'm pretty excited to work with both of them. Obviously Paisley wasn't planned, but I'm a strong believer that things happen for a reason. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day or night, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.